My lovely, sweet, and dear Pisces, this is your horoscope for February 2024. And February, it seems like will be all about your private life, all about that is happening behind the doors, all about secrets. Your secrets or other people's secrets, or some sort of retreats, or some sort of healing therapies, and or even surgeries. And I'd like to remind you not to forget to check your rising sign, ascendant, or um, moon sign, because those signs are very important and they also equally play out in our lives. Some situations might be brought by sun or moon or your rising sign, so that is very important. If you don't know how to check that, just go online, just Google it, and there are a lot of natal chart drawings, so you can put up your date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, and there you go, you will get your ascendant and moon sign too. So make sure to check those signs forecasts too, so that you will have a full picture of the month ahead. Now let's start with February. On 5th of February, Mercury, planet of communication, planet of signing contracts, will enter your 12th house and will meet up there with Pluto for the first time in the last 250 years. That's not a joke, because that's how long Pluto takes around the sun to come back to the same point where it was. And Mercury finding your in your 12th house, in that house and in that sign, Pluto for the first time, it will be very new energy, and you might be feeling it, because you Pisces are very, very energy feelers. So you will for sure feel this conjunction. And their conjunction might bring your thoughts to your, let's say, past life, or how you've been thinking in the past, or your, topics will be all about your, let's say, secrets or other people's secrets. Also about, let's say, esoterics, like astrology or some sort of spirituality teachings, or numerology. It might be psychology also. Pluto likes, to take us very deep underground. In your case, I would say underwater, to face our hidden, our deepest thoughts and feelings, to make aware of them ourselves, to make us stronger, so that we face it, we deal with it, and then we become stronger. Whatever what was the saying, whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger, something like that. That's actually should be a motto of Pluto. And 12th house is also our subconscious mind as well. Your intuition, my Pisces, you are highly intuitive people, and around this date, your intuition might be directly speaking, to you. And listen to your intuition. Trust your guts. On 9th of February, in your 12th house, there is a new moon appearing that will be met by harsh angle by Uranus. And Uranus is the planet of surprises, planet of electricity, planet of all innovations in our world, and innovative technologies, electronics. And new moon is all about new beginnings. They bring something for the next 2 weeks, because they last until full moon. So new moon is some story that will be unfolding in the next 2 weeks, starting February 9 from that on. And it will appear in your 12th house, this new moon. And here might be you might know someone's secret at this new moon that will shock you, like ritually shock you, or some information might come to your way that will be quite a surprise. Or it might be that you will have to work, let's say, different times. If it's not about secrets, then it's about work, might be your work, let's say, because 12 house is working at night, or shift, based on shifts. You might switch to night shifts, or different like time zones, let's say, according to, let's say, new changes in your work contract. It might happen because of that, or new changes in your schedule. And if it's not about that, then it might be that you might suddenly travel because of some, let's say, media project, like giving an interview, like you've got an invitation and you really suddenly need to travel for that interview, or having to present somewhere. Or if you're taking interview, then also you will have to travel. Maybe the person suddenly will agree to give you an interview, or if you have a presentation to present, some sort of speaking, because Uranus is in your third house, and third house is all about speaking, writing, and presenting, reading. All these things might happen in a sudden way, actually. Or it might be some news from your siblings also, or relatives, or some news about your neighbors. This might also come up at this new moon. If it's not about that, you might, let's say, start reading, writing, or speaking about, let's say, astrology, some spirituality topics, or listening to psychology or numerology, or it could be even a tarot deck, or even maybe starting, let's say, speaking about it publicly, like starting a podcast or writing articles in some journals about these topics. You might get really interested into that with this new moon. If it's not about that, then it might be that you will need some skills to learn, and those skills you will be actually like learning, doing it at night, or hiding it from that you're learning, hiding it from everyone else, like doing in your private time, privately. Or for that you will have to like, if you like need to have some skills and you will have to study, then you might need to also go somewhere, like isolated somewhere, like libraries, or study on an island, or hospitals. It might also happen, or even prisons. If you are in, let's say, researching psychology of criminals, let's say, you might also, if it's not about that, then it might be also indicator that you might receive news of a surgery necessity. If you've been, let's say, doing some checkups, like sort of healing process will be needed there, you might get this news as well, or get scheduled for some sort of therapy, or physiological, or mental, or any other type of therapy might be needed there. Or it might simply mean that there is another, like, I'm thinking, situation might come up that someone's words, might affect you so deeply, and you might actually embark on a religious journey, like visiting those kinds of places, like religious places, or places of energetic power, like those places like Stonehenge, or some or Tibet, somewhere there. Or it might be that because of, let's say, transportation issues, you will be planning to visit those places, but you won't be able to do so because of some, let's say, broken car or something, or canceled flight. It might also happen. If it's not all about this, then it might also be the news of passing someone, because 12th house is the house of loss, and that news will be quite unexpected. But whatever comes up at this new moon, a whole month, your ancient ruler Jupiter, planet of luck and happiness, will support you together with Saturn, planet of taking responsibilities and discipline, and they will be supporting you. Your relatives, siblings support will be very there, like, and important for you. You will be strong in mind, and whatever you will say during this time might be actually of help, and those words that you're gonna say will be very wise and might help everyone around you. And those two planets will be working to support you whole month, my dear Pisces. 13th of February, right before the Valentine's, Mars, action planet, our motivation, our engine, our drive, will enter your 12th house, same 12th house. So you see how 12th house is activated during February. It's a spirituality house, it's a private house, it's everything that happens behind the doors, everything that happens we can't explain. It's a house of our psychological mind, psychological state, subconscious mind. And Mars on 14th February, the next day, on Valentine's Day actually, will meet Pluto. Their conjunction, Mars being a planet of action, actually might show you like a little trailer, like in a movie or preview of what's to come in the next 20 years, because Pluto will be in your 12th house for the next 20 years, transforming that house. Pluto's keywords are transformation, it's power, is big money, influence, authority. This is all about Pluto. And coming to your 12th house for the next 20 years and stay there 20 years, it will transform you, that part of your life. And Mars might show you what actually Pluto is bringing with itself. You might, let's say, there might be few topics coming up, like you might have a surgery on that day, or it could be that your friend will need a surgery, or will go through some surgery on that day, or might be that you will really, let's say, if it's not about health issues, then it might be about like if you really got interested in spirituality, psychology, and astrology, you might really give that chance and go and open a YouTube channel or Instagram page, your online business on this kind of area. Or it might be, if it's not about that, then it might be that you will go to some specialists who work with subconscious mind, like psychologist or hypnotist or astrologer. You might it seems like you will travel back in your mind. So you might also come to some services, ask for some services of this kind of specialists. Or if it's not about that, then maybe in your life, it all depends what's happening in our life and what stage we all are in, right? Each of us. And that's why I'm giving different examples of situation that might come up. And I would really appreciate actually if you put in the comments what actually happened around this date, so that I will know as your astrologer. Or it might be that you will, let's say, travel to some sort of maybe spa therapy or some healing therapy or some kind of retreats, this how they call it, mud baths, some stuff. This kind of therapies might be also on the table around this date. This is actually 14th of February, right? It's a love's day, Valentine's Day. Not so much a romantic energy there, but if you will be celebrating with your sweetheart, with your partner, with your hubby or wife, other two planets actually will be making this day sweeter, trying to make sweet as possible for you. And those two planets, Venus and Neptune. Venus is the planet of love and beauty, as it should be, and Neptune is the planet of magic, planet of inspiration, our imagination. And Neptune is your modern ruler. That's amazing support from your ruler, my dear Pisces. And those two will be making it like the vibes more positive of that day. Your actually friends might be so let's say close to you and feeling grateful to you actually, and you will be like on this date like magic for them, like some sort of inspiration. You will be inspirational for your friends, my dear Pisces, and you might be feeling actually magical at some social gathering, social club, or some social circle or event, because this year it feels like actually most of the couples will be celebrating Valentine's a week ahead or 2 weeks after, because of all these planets movements as I see, and plus 14th of February falls in the middle of the week. It's a working day, and that's why it might happen that the mood and the vibe will be actually not so romantic on that day. 19th of February, light of our universe, life giver, sun, will enter into your sign. My dear Pisces, happy birthday. This is your first house, and happy birthdays to those Pisces, February Pisces. And bringing sun brings much needed warmth and energy when it comes to our sign, and I really wish you best birthdays, my dear Pisces. And on 22nd of February, Venus, planet of love and money, planet of beauty, will meet her lover Mars. These two are a couple. Actually, this is our couple of our universe. They're lovers and they're always chasing each other on the sky, but they're always on different assignments from the universe, and they meet only once per year. And this year it will happen on 22nd of February in your 12th house. And this occasion is actually very special in astrology, and it's supposed to be about love. But this year their their meetup will be, met by opposition, with opposition by moon. Moon is our emotions, our reaction from your 6th house, and will be met also by harsh angle from Jupiter, planet of luck, planet of happiness, your ancient ruler, in your 3rd house. So here it might be that, let's say, your health situation will need your attention. You might be in talks, let's say, with specialist or doctor. Or it might be that if it's not about health, then there might be some other couple of things coming up, like your work will be so demanding that it might affect your, let's say, psychological state. So keep an eye on that. Also keep an eye on your siblings. If you have brother, sister, in their lives might be some changes are happening that will need your attention. Or it also might be that you will keep your love secret. At the end, Venus and Mars meet up, it's all about love. And maybe if you, let's say, met recently someone, you will try to keep that secret, especially from your relatives and from your colleagues at work. It might be that too. And February will be closing off by full moon on 24th of February in your 7th house. Now this is a major thing for you, my dear Pisces, my sweet Pisces, and that full moon will be supported by your ancient ruler Jupiter, planet of luck, planet of happiness and fortune. And full moons are all about, they're all about conclusion. They bring some sort of last sentence, or they shed light on some sort of situation that was already there, that was already unfolding, and they bring some information to light. They bring some last resolution, let's say, to some situations. And supported by Jupiter in your 7th house. 7th house is the marriage house. 7th house is the business agreement if it's not marriage, because 7th house is the house of contractual agreements. So it's a marriage. We sign contract when we marry. We sign contract when we start business. That's why it's a contractual agreement house. And here something might come to light. It might be even a proposal or a contract to sign, like a business contract, no matter, or even a marriage certificate to sign. Maybe you will be getting married at this full moon around your birthday, my dear Pisces. It might also happen. Also, if it's not that, if you're already married, if you already have your sweetheart by your side, your long-term partner, your hubby wife, then it could bring some good news from them. Or it might be that your partner will be, let's say, giving an interview, like giving a speech somewhere, presenting something, being on the media. They might get some sort of like publishing their articles, or having a TED talk, let's say, or presenting something at work, it might be, and it will go extra well, and you will be happy for that and celebrating it. Let me know what this full moon brought to you, my dear and sweet Pisces. I would really appreciate it, and it's always for me a curious topic, what is happening in the lives of all signs, as I always monitor the sky and try to deliver you the best possibilities that might happen. I wish you the best February, my dear Pisces, and for sure make your birthday big. You are sweet and dreamy and amazing people. Celebrate your birthday, make a wish on your birthday, and that wish for sure will come true. And believe in the universe, my dear Pisces. Bye bye.